The bustling city of New Geneva was a sight to behold, transformed into a hub of festivity for the Intergalactic Harmony Games. Colorful banners of various species fluttered in the breeze, and the streets were lined with spectators from across the galaxy. Amelia Reyes, a human ambassador with a quick wit and an infectious smile, walked beside her towering partner, Zorak, a stoic warrior from the planet Xeltran. Amelia Zorak, welcome to the Games. Governor Melina greeted them warmly at the entrance of the arena. Her holographic image shimmered with excitement. This event is crucial for promoting unity and understanding among our diverse species. Amelia grinned. We're ready to show them what teamwork really looks like, right, Zorak? Zorak nodded, his deep voice resonating. Indeed, Amelia. Let us proceed. The arena was a marvel of engineering, with various sections representing different terrains and environments. The crowd roared as Amelia and Zorak entered, their names echoing across the stands. Amelia turned to Zorak, her eyes sparkling with determination. Let's give them a show they won't forget. The first challenge took place in a simulated jungle, a dense and vibrant environment teeming with exotic flora and fauna. The air was thick with humidity, and the ground was uneven, covered with tangled roots and vines. As the signal to start blared, Amelia and Zorak dashed into the jungle. They moved with practiced ease, their contrasting abilities complementing each other perfectly. Amelia's agility and quick thinking paired well with Zorak's immense strength and endurance. Watch your step, Zorak, Amelia called out as she ducked under a low-hanging branch. We don't want you tripping over these roots. Zorak, unfazed, used his massive arms to clear a path. Your concern is noted, Amelia. Suddenly, they heard a commotion ahead. Revok, a reptilian competitor, and Lyra, an avian, were struggling with a particularly tricky section of the terrain. Amelia exchanged a glance with Zorak. Let's help them, she said, and without waiting for a response, she darted forward. As Amelia approached, Revok hissed at her, his reptilian eyes narrowing. Stay back, human. We don't need your help. Amelia hesitated, taken aback by the hostility. We're all in this together, Revok. Let us help you. Lyra, flapping her wings anxiously, glanced between them. We should accept their help, Revok. We're wasting time. Revok's tail lashed in irritation, but he grudgingly agreed. With Zorak's assistance, they managed to free Revok and Lyra from the vines that had ensnared them. Just don't expect us to owe you anything, Revok muttered as they continued on their way. Amelia sighed as they moved forward. That could have gone better. Zorak's calm voice was reassuring. We did what was right, Amelia. Not everyone understands cooperation immediately. As they reached the end of the jungle challenge, the crowd erupted in cheers. Amelia and Zorak had not only demonstrated their skills, but also their willingness to help others, embodying the spirit of the games. That was exhilarating, Amelia exclaimed, her face flushed with excitement. Zorak allowed himself a small smile, his eyes reflecting the same sentiment. The next challenge took place in a massive zero-gravity chamber, where floating puzzle pieces drifted aimlessly. The goal was to assemble a complex structure in mid-air, testing both mental and physical agility. As they entered the chamber, Amelia immediately began strategizing. We need to gather the pieces first, then assemble them. I'll grab the ones higher up. You handle the lower ones. Zorak nodded. Understood. They launched themselves into the air, expertly navigating the zero-gravity environment. Amelia's lithe form twisted and turned with precision, while Zorak's powerful movements propelled him efficiently. They communicated with brief gestures and glances, a testament to their deep understanding of each other. Nearby, Yara, a telepathic alien, and Drin, a small, agile creature, were struggling with the puzzle. Amelia noticed their frustration and floated over to offer advice. Try focusing on the edges first, she suggested. It'll give you a better foundation. Yara's telepathic voice conveyed gratitude, and Drin nodded enthusiastically. Amelia returned to Zorak, who had already collected most of the pieces they needed. Let's put this together, she said, and they began assembling the puzzle with remarkable speed and accuracy. Their combined efforts paid off as they completed the structure ahead of the other teams. The crowd's cheers were even louder this time, a clear indication of their growing admiration. "Great job, Zorak," Amelia said, floating beside him. "We make a pretty good team, don't we?" Zorak's eyes crinkled in what passed for a smile. "Indeed, Amelia, a formidable team." As they prepared for the final challenge, Amelia found herself reminiscing about their first meeting. It was during a mission on Xeltran, amidst a war-torn battlefield. The harsh conditions had tested them in ways they never expected. A younger Amelia, determined and fierce, was pinned down by enemy fire. Zorak, already a seasoned warrior, had spotted her from a distance. Without hesitation, he had charged through the chaos, his powerful frame deflecting blasts that would have ended her life. "Stay low," he had commanded, his voice cutting through the din of battle. Amelia had obeyed, her heart pounding in her chest. She had watched in awe as Zorak fought off their attackers with incredible strength and precision. When the dust settled, he extended a hand to her. "Are you injured?" he had asked, his tone surprisingly gentle. Amelia had shaken her head, too stunned to speak. From that moment on, an unspoken bond had formed between them. They had fought side by side in countless battles since, each time growing closer and more attuned to each other's strengths and weaknesses. Back in the present, Amelia glanced at Zorak, who was preparing for the next challenge with his usual calm demeanor. "We've come a long way, haven't we?" she said softly. Zorak looked at her, his eyes reflecting the same memories. "Yes, we have, Amelia." Their bond was unbreakable, forged in the fires of adversity, and as they faced the final challenge, they knew that nothing could stand in their way. The final challenge was the most daunting yet, set in a massive arena filled with shifting landscapes, dangerous traps, and intricate puzzles. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation as the competitors lined up at the starting point. Amelia took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the moment. "Ready, Zorak?" Zorak nodded. "Always." The signal blared and they launched into the arena. The first obstacle was a series of shifting platforms over a pit of molten lava. Amelia's agility allowed her to leap from platform to platform, while Zorak's strength enabled him to make longer jumps, carrying both their weights when necessary. They encountered Turok, a brute competitor who attempted to sabotage them by pushing them off the platforms. But Kira, an empathic alien, intervened, using her abilities to create a mental shield that protected them. "Thank you, Kira," Amelia called out as they continued forward. The next section was a maze of laser beams and moving walls. Amelia and Zorak navigated it with precision, using their bond to communicate silently and move in perfect synchrony. They emerged unscathed, only to face a final test, a towering wall that needed to be scaled. "Climb on my back," Zorak instructed. Amelia didn't hesitate, and together they scaled the wall, reaching the top just as the other competitors were catching up. The final stretch was a sprint to the finish line. With their hearts pounding, they pushed themselves to the limit. Turok, desperate to win, made one last attempt to block their path, but Amelia's quick thinking and Zorak's brute strength outmaneuvered him. As they crossed the finish line, the arena erupted in applause. They had done it. They had won. The grand arena was alight with celebration, the atmosphere electric with excitement. Amelia and Zorak stood at the center, basking in the adulation of the crowd. Governor Melina approached them, the Harmony Trophy in her hands. "Congratulations, Amelia and Zorak," she said, her voice filled with pride. "You have shown us all the true meaning of unity and cooperation." Amelia accepted the trophy, her eyes shining. "Thank you, Governor. This victory isn't just ours. It belongs to everyone who believes in the power of friendship and understanding." The crowd roared in approval. Zorak, ever the stoic, added in his deep voice, "Teamwork makes the dream work." Laughter rippled through the audience, and even Amelia couldn't help but chuckle. They had not only won the games, but had also won the hearts of beings from all corners of the galaxy. As the celebration continued, Amelia looked at Zorak, her partner and friend. "We did it, Zorak. We really did it." Zorak's eyes met hers, his expression softer than usual. "Yes, Amelia. Together, we can accomplish anything." The games had proven one thing beyond a doubt, that the most extraordinary bonds could form between the most unlikely of allies and that unity was the greatest strength of all. As the celebration continued, Amelia and Zorak were approached by Turok, who had a scowl on his face. His hulking frame loomed over them, and his eyes were filled with anger. "You think you're so great, don't you?" Turok snarled. "Winning the games and acting like heroes." Amelia stepped forward, her gaze unwavering. "We didn't come here to make enemies, Turok. The games are about unity and cooperation." Turok sneered. "Unity and cooperation? That's just a cover for your arrogance. You think you're better than everyone else." Zorak's hand rested on Amelia's shoulder, a silent reminder to stay calm. "We do not believe we are superior, Turok. We simply worked together to achieve our goals." Turok's anger seemed to simmer, but he wasn't ready to back down. "I don't need your lectures on teamwork. Next time, I'll make sure you don't even get close to winning." Amelia's voice remained steady, though there was a hint of steel in her tone. "We welcome the challenge, Turok, but remember, the true victory lies in how we treat each other." Turok glared at them for a moment longer, before turning and storming away. The tension lingered, but Amelia and Zorak stood firm, their bond unshaken. As the crowd continued to celebrate, Amelia turned to Zorak. "Do you think we'll ever get through to him?" Zorak's eyes were thoughtful. "It is possible, Amelia, but some lessons take longer to learn than others." Amelia nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. "Then we'll just keep showing him and everyone else what true unity looks like." With that, they rejoined the celebration, their spirits high and their bond stronger than ever. The Intergalactic Harmony Games had brought out the best in them, and they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, together.